Modern Warfare in 5 minutes. Sort of. Everything you need to know about the story so far. Spoiler alert! Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Such a delightful, peaceful, joyous celebration of unity, happiness, and thousands of bros dying constantly. Modern Warfare begins with our hero Sergeant Soap McTavish training for a cargo ship raid in the Bering Sea. Soap and his pals Gaz, Captain Price, and a bunch of other bullet magnets believe the ship has deadly nuclear weapons on it. The guys kill the entire ship crew before crazy Russian bad guys sink the whole thing. Soap figures out that evil Russians are working together with evil Middle Eastern rebels, and it's off to war we go! Enter Zakayev, a Russian ultra-nationalist terrorist who just really wants Russia to go back to the good old Soviet Union days. Until then, he plans a strong bro-panionship with Khaled al-Assad, an evil Middle Eastern separatist who looks like if the Iron Sheik went shopping with Kanye West. America sees this and is all, "Oh, hell no!" and swoops in to stop this madness. The team is led by Lieutenant Vasquez, and they reach the television station just in time for nobody to be there anymore. Way to go, Vasquez! While there, they battle wave after wave of Middle Eastern separatists. Although they need to escape, Vasquez has to stay behind and rescue a lone helicopter pilot. The pilot lives, but the Russian bombs explode and destroy most of the city. Vasquez and his team escape in a helicopter, except they don't, and the helicopter explodes and they all die too, including the pilot. Way to go, Vasquez! As it turns out, al-Assad wasn't even there to begin with, and is actually hiding in a safe house somewhere else. More Americans come in and murder a whole village of ultra-nationalist soldiers and finally catch up with al-Assad, where he's clearly been having terrorist calls with Zakayev. Captain Price ain't having that, so he kills al-Assad and gathers all of his troops together for Memories with Captain Price, where he has a terrible war flashback from 15 years ago. Once upon a time, Price worked with Macmillan, a Scottish captain who sounds like Scrooge McDuck during a tornado.
Enemy helicopter, get down!
The two of them tried to kill Zakayev because he was being a total nuclear-era asshole. Price shot Zakayev, but only managed to kill his arm. Rest in peace, Zakayev's arm. The end. Back to modern times, Price teams up with new pals Staff Sergeant Griggs and Sergeant Kamarov on the quest to capture Zakayev's son Victor somewhere in Russia. Luckily, that country is pretty small. Victor kills himself before anyone can learn anything from him, and Zakayev threatens to bomb 41 million Americans over the death of his son. Zakayev launches his missiles, but Price and friends manage to remote detonate them over the Atlantic Ocean, probably killing 41 million dolphins instead. Zakayev chases Price in a truck race towards a bridge that explodes, forcing them all to have one last shooty gun party together. Griggs saves Soap and dies, Zakayev and his men shoot Gaz, who dies, and shiny helicopters show up. Zakayev is like, "Cool! Helicopters!" So Price slides his gun to Soap, who kills Zakayev for good. Soap and Price survive, all is right in the world, and nobody ever has to go to war ever again. Until 5 years later, Zakayev is considered a Russian ultranationalist hero and even gets his own statue. Zakayev's fan club president, Lieutenant Vladimir Makarov, celebrates by terrorizing the shit out of the Western world. Meanwhile, Private Joseph Allen teams up with General Shepard for Task Force 141, which sounds like a bottom-shelf energy liquor, but is really a hands-across-the-world anti-evil team featuring Soap McTavish and Gary Roach Sanderson. American Allen then pretends his name is Russian Alexei and joins Makarov for a secret mission where he accidentally helps Makarov kill hundreds of innocent civilians at a Russian airport. Allen, you are terrible at undercover missions. Shame on you. Makarov finds out Alexei is Allen and kills him, leading Russia to think that the whole everyone dies at the airport thing was America's fault. Wartime! Task Force 141 goes all Scooby-Doo to prove to Russia that Makarov is the one that hates airports, not America. The team travels to beautiful Rio de Janeiro where they find Makarov's guns, list of best friends, and probably his porn. Ugh. This leads them back to Russia to retrieve prisoner 627, who is actually Captain Price, who joins Task Force 141 to kill Makarov. Since jail can cause a man to go crazy, Price decides that he should first hijack a submarine and launch a ballistic missile towards Washington, D.C. that causes every vehicle on Earth to stop working and blows up a space station in the process. The team heads to Washington where space station parts are falling on the White House, while the Air Force plans to destroy the entire city in case a Russian or two might show up. But the Air Force sees some road flares on the roof and decides to call the whole thing off. Soap and Price fly to Afghanistan, Roach and Ghost head back to Russia, and Tank, Chunk, and Steak head to Hoboken, New Jersey to pound a keg. Shepard turns out to be a filthy traitor who's been trying to cause a war to increase the might of the military or something. Anyway, he kills Roach and Ghost for knowing too much, and Price makes a deal with Makarov to kill Shepard. Shepard jacks a helicopter, Price shoots it down, everyone rolls off a waterfall, and Soap pulls a knife out of his chest and throws it at Shepard's face, which kills him right in the eye. A rescue chopper arrives, peace is restored, and modern warfare is finally over forever.
Until this fall, Modern Warfare 3, they're bringing the war to America. It's about to go down.